What is the most valuable resource that you have? Right? It's your attention. It is what you focus on. Your awareness itself. That's the most fundamental resource that all of us have. And I want to talk to you and say that you're free. You're free to choose where you put your attention, right? It can seem at times, especially in our culture, that we're not free to choose where our attention is going and where it is flowing, right? With our phones and all this overstimulation that is going on, Instagram and Reels and Shorts, and everything is so colorful and like so stimulating. We're going outside and we're seeing thousands and thousands of advertisements just by being outside in a city, right? We're in this constant process of overstimulation, and at times it can seem like, or it can feel like, that we are out of control. We're not in control anymore of where our attention is going. And then we get kind of sucked into these subtle addictive behaviors and the things that we know are not good for us. For example, scrolling on our phone, right? Or eating some really unhealthy food. We kind of get addicted to them and we lose the control. It feels like we're losing control of our free choice because we're falling into these habits that are not serving us, that are not serving the highest version of ourselves. Hey, I'm Vego and this is Psychedelic Actualization. On this channel we talk about topics like self-realization, self-actualization, working with psychedelics to live a more authentic and fulfilling life, right? And the use of psychedelics is one powerful tool that can kind of break us out of this habitual behavior. We wake up for a little bit and we're like, wow, I'm here. Right? And I'm giving my full attention to this experience, to this present experience of my life. But usually what many people do that take psychedelics is that they fall back into their habitual behavior, into the overstimulation, and kind of get sucked back in again into this day-to-day life of giving attention to things that are not ultimately serving. And this is where the difficulty of integration is coming in. Psychedelic integration basically just means walking a path of actualizing yourself, right? Of realizing your potential, of feeling where and what is most aligned and most serving for you to give your attention to, right? And this is a choice. This is kind of the freedom that you have. You have the freedom to decide if you want to spend time looking at your phone or if you want to spend time sitting a little bit in nature, observing life or observing your breath. If you want to spend time watching another YouTube video, or if you want to spend time reading a book, something that someone has put their entire life into, their entire life wisdom onto a couple of pages. Incredible, right? If you want to watch that show in this evening, or spend time with people who you feel are draining you, or if you want to sit and reflect, maybe take your journal out for a little bit and write in your journal what is going on inside of you at the moment, right? All these habits, all these things, we kind of know that they are good for us. Sitting in nature, being in nature, journaling a little bit, reading a little bit, sitting a little bit, right? Exercising a little bit, eating good, nourishing, fresh, healthy food. We feel kind of deep inside, our core knows that this is what is like, wow, this is aligned, this feels good. And then when we just follow up on the habitual behavior, what our culture and what society is doing, what we've been growing up with, all these habits, right? We're still falling into them. And of course, there's a feeling then inside when we're doing this. We're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling that says like, this is not it. This is not it. We know. And we keep on doing it. So what can we do to break this cycle and to integrate this notion that our attention is the most valuable resource that we have? And I guess on the most fundamental level, it's just this sense of clarity, this crystal clear understanding. It has to go right in to our heart, right? And to integrate this sensation of clarity that, I know what is aligned. I know what I have to do to follow up and master my passions, to create a vision for my life and be able to actualize that and live that out as my dharma, right? To sit and reflect, to keep this temple alive and healthy, to feed my mind with very deep ancient wisdom or fresh new ideas, right? Integrating this clarity, just gaining this clarity in the first, like waking up and realizing, there's a sense of disalignment here. I'm out of integrity with my core values of how I truly want to live my life. And then saying, okay, with this sense of clarity, what do I really want to do? What do I really want to put my attention and awareness into? And from this place of really knowing that I really want to do this, I've found for myself that it's more effortless. There's not this I should have, or I have to get off the phone, or I can't do this. But no, it's like if you really want to, if you really put it up on your list of priorities and values, and you realize that you have the freedom to choose what you do with every single minute of the day. With every single moment, you have the freedom of choice to choose where you put your attention to, what you put your attention into. And then that is all that's needed. That is all that's needed to integrate this notion and to create and live a life that is truly aligned with your being, that resonates on this higher vibration, which just makes you feel so good, so authentic, so fulfilled, right? And if you're not able to do this, right, then the first step is just the acceptance and forgiveness and holding yourself in that, being kind to yourself, not judging yourself for not being able to do it, for falling back into habitual behavior. That's absolutely normal. That's understandable in the world we're living in and in the constructions of how everything is designed for our attention to go into these kinds of places. So don't judge yourself for that. But then try again with an uplifting spirit. Just try again, because you know what you truly want. If you want some support regarding integrating this notion and this clarity and put these structures and habits in place that feel truly aligned and that help you on actualizing your true life purpose, then you can book a one-on-one call with me and we can have a chat about this. And you might want to join my coaching program, the Psychonauts Path to Purpose program, and join our inner community. Thank you very much for giving me your attention. I really appreciate that. And now go on and integrate this insight and this little speech that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you very much. Much love.